What is up, my people? Welcome back for another session of Singles of the Week. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, go on and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. And without further ado, let's get right into these new singles. First single comes from Miss Lana Del Rey called Watercolor Eyes, a single of the soundtrack of the most explosive, daring, and incredible shows out right now, Euphoria. Many of the tracks for this season and the last maintain the same element of a spacious, melancholy, and of course euphoric feeling. This song feeds the scenery, but for me, I just didn't enjoy much of Lana's performance on here as much as I did on her last LP, Blue Banisters. I certainly would have loved that same type of energy and ambient feeling from the song Arcadia on that record. Unfortunately, I really just didn't find that here. Pop artist GAYLE, an artist I'm not really too familiar with, comes at the top of the list of releases on here. For this new single, I think it has that sonic boom of a pop rock track that this needs, but everything else with that is just so plain as far as the singing goes and the songwriting. I don't know, for me, I can see a lot of people really liking this, but it's a flop. Alright, we're off to a bad start right now. With this new 2 Chainz track, I can easily say this is the worst 2 Chainz track that I've ever heard in my entire life. Dear fucking God. Please no. Now we got Conan Gray. Like what is it with these cut string samples on here, bro? Like, why would you use that at a pre-chorus transition? It's just hideous. It ruins the transitioning at all, ruins the chorus on here. And I honestly don't really like the singing on this song really much. It's not really a good rock pop song. Okay, but then we got Maluma on here with Cositas de la. I wouldn't say this song is one of the most miserable listens on the list, but it's just such a plain Latin pop track and it just feels so stale towards the midpoint. Dude, A Day to Remember is bad now. Oh, finally, the fucking hideous madness is over. This time we got Khurangbin and Liam Bridges back with another song, this one being called Chocolate Hills. The two still continue to really show their best traits in here when it comes to soul and psychedelic rock. I think I prefer this track over the B-side track that they initially came out with, and I really just like the warming bass on here and those sulfur guitars as well from Leon Bridges. Yeah, I like this one. Ghost is back! Baby! The new teaser for this upcoming record, this song is called Call Me Little Sunshine. Thought this was just a great heavy metal teaser from Ghost. The guitars on here are heavy and variety. I'm just ready for some new Ghost music, honestly. I love this last record. Let's get it. Internet Money is out with the new song with NBA Youngboy rapping on the track, and it's pretty much another average Internet Money single. The production isn't so bad. I like what they did with the piano work on here melodically. It works as a melodic trap song, and Youngboy was Youngboy on here. I mean, you could get a good verse, you could get a bad verse, and I think for him on this one, it could have been worse. The Head and the Heart are out with their new song, Every Shade of Blue. It starts off as a slow burner at first, and then kind of transitions into what I see as like an Arctic Monkeys ripoff. I mean, it's a decent indie rock track, I guess if you really want to point that out, but I mean, for me, it's just whatever. And then we got the song Lick with Shenseea and Megan Thee Stallion, and just to put plain and simple, it's bad. Hate the flows on here. The sex remarks don't really come off sexy or quirky. It just sounds like something that would be off the Culture 3 in my opinion. Big Gigantic and Party Pupils are out with the song Renegade, and it's not far off from what the group has really been making with their heavy influential jazz and EDM music. To me, this just seems like another track just to really keep their listeners more entertained and just to feed them more music, which is cool. And of course, the first fire track on this list comes from the one and only indie folk band Big Thief with the song Simulation Swarm. I love these bright and subtle guitar tones lightly put underneath the rest of the instrumental, and honestly a lot of the guitar playing is just so rich in beauty. These licks on the solo passages are fantastic. Adrian sounds lovely under all of this, incredibly pleasant to listen to. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present one of the most influential noise rock bands that ever exist is back. Sonic Youth, baby! This is super exciting to see the band back. Man, it's been like over a decade since we've seen the band even come out with something new. This is exciting. This is a single In and Out that marks at about a 7-minute length, and it progresses slowly but surely, and it goes in with such an encompassing atmosphere with this paced tempo with such classic vintage touch of noise elements that the band is so well known for. I am excited for this new EP to come out. Another new Black Country New Road song, and boy, oh boy, man, the band just doesn't disappoint. Even though when it comes to the horn sections, all the melodics and the singing, I really do love on this song. There's a part of me that can't really get into these random explosive drum beats onto the track. I feel like it goes with the scenery of the metaphor of shaking a globe. That might be why these drums are just so chaotic on the track. I think it's just a little bit too drastic for me. It kind of just washes away the rest of the goodness on here on the instrumental, but I think other than that, I like what they went for on this track, and it's overall a good song. Nilüfer Yanya, I really hope I said that right, is out with another new single, brewing up a slow rock jam that's a very good one. I love how the body becomes more exposed and blossoms continuously out through the track. This is a great alt-rock artist, and nonetheless, this is a great alt-rock tune. Check it out. We got another new Band of Horses track, this song being called Lights, and compared to the last track that I reviewed from the band originally, I'd say I kind of still feel in the middle for this track. I don't know, it just feels like another bland indie rock track that I feel like can play off well to some ears, but to mine, it's just really boring. Pretty unmemorable is probably the word I'd really go for, but the band has the talent, and I really like to see what else they can really do with this LP when it comes to the whole and as a release. Luis Fonsi and Manuel Turizo team up on the song Vacaciones, and it's pretty much as basic as you can get with reggaeton. Granted, with the high-end studio production on here, I guess the artists don't bomb on here, but it's just nothing special. We got a new Papa Roach track. Yay! Charlie Puth is also out with a new single, and I'm gonna be honest, it's not bad. Sound selection wise, I think it could have been a little bit more creative, but honestly, I really like how Charlie was flowing across this song. I really thought that he kept the track very alive, very interesting, very tasteful. It's always really impressive to see what an artist can really do with an instrumental that's either bland or just bad. And I think this is a good showcase of that, and I think Charlie does well. Here, we got an interesting one. Ozuna teams up with one of the biggest pop artists out, Christina Aguilera. But what's even cooler, the entire track is sung in Spanish. Yes, Christina Aguilera is singing this bitch in Spanish, and she's sounding sexy.
I will send you to Jesus.
I didn't even know this bitch could speak Spanish. Socio. Yo, these two got mad chemistry though on this track. They got mad chemistry on here, dog. Dude, Christina is the powerhouse vocals on here, and I love that nasally signature that Ozuna really brings there. It just complements to each other so well on here. Honestly, dissecting this track may come off to really show that it's really a simple pop song, but in this case, because of the performances, it is really good. I think this is a track that can easily grow on somebody. I really do. This is a good one. And then the final track goes to Alessia Cara with pop group Pentatonix. Now, at first glimpse, I was really expecting this to be an overly dramatic pop style track to the point where it's too bubblegum pop for me to really get into. But it's not that. This is a really soulful and blissful tune. Pentatonix give a great attribution to the song. They're really giving their all when it comes to these background vocals, really building up so much hype and beauty behind Alessia Cara on here. But what really blew my mind is that choir group vocal passage on the very end of the track. It's so powerful, so rich, so gorgeous. It blows up so much levels for Alessia Cara. Blows up at least tenfold up here. So much power. Blew my mind the way that she used this pop group to really just embellish and bring out the best out of the group to really make this track such a blissful tune. Like, wow, I'm so impressed with this song. I thought it was gonna be so different from knowing what Pentatonix really comes out with. I thought it was gonna be like that corny duet style single or like a musical single, and that's all cool and shit, but damn, they killed this shit, my guy. They killed this shit. Go play that shit, my guy. And that concludes this week's Singles of the Week, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and like, share, and comment down below on the video. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Down in the description, you'll see all the links to the tracks that I discussed in this video, more videos, and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one, y'all.